This video will cover accessing and installing the myPJV Bible app on your computer or handheld device. You may access the app at any time by visiting the website myPJV.com in a web browser on whatever device you're using. The app can then be installed from the browser onto your computer or phone. The only condition here is your device needs to be relatively modern, by which I mean probably less than 5 years old, and I highly recommend that you install all operating system updates and use as modern a system as possible. The software technology used in the app is quite modern. It will not work on a 10-year-old device. Once you've installed the app, you no longer need an internet or network connection to use the app. You will only need a connection for updates, which I'll cover in another video. So let's see how this works in practice. Okay, I'm using the Brave browser here, and I've cleared the cache so that this is a clean install, as if I'd never visited the website before. Simply type in myPJV.com and hit enter, and you'll get this splash screen. Bible text is being downloaded. This may take a little while. The initial download for this website is quite large because you're downloading translation and a copy of the King James, but it didn't take that long. It will depend on the speed of your internet connection. So the app's now ready to use just as a regular website. The difference is you can install it locally onto your machine, even on a browser, and of course we're really interested in what we can do on a cell phone, but I will demonstrate it here in the browser. Up here in the browser, in the address bar, you'll see this little icon, little monitor, the down arrow, and when you hover over it, it comes up with the message, install myPJV Bible app. Simply click on this, and in a few moments this little screen will appear. Install app, myPJV Bible app. Simply click on install, and the browser clears, and I've got two monitors running here. I'll drag it over. It actually opened it now as an app. Now you can see the difference is that there's no address bar. There's none of the things that make it look like a browser. It's running, it looks pretty much just like an app. Now I'm going to close this and from the other monitor drag this across, and you see that actually on my desktop now I have an application icon, myPJV Bible app. So I can now double click that and it will open just like an app, but this is on a desktop computer. Now on a cell phone, let me just close this. The process is similar. On the left I have my Android phone, and on the right an iPhone. So on the Android, I'll now hit the arrow to load myPJV.com, and it's a similar process. And there's the message. It's downloading the text, the icon. Okay, so it's now downloaded the website, and you see at the bottom, just while I'm talking about this, I'm going to start the process on the iPhone to save a bit of time. You see at the bottom here on the Android, I'm using the Brave browser on my phone, this little message pops up, add myPJV Bible to home screen. If you tap on that now, it will install it and put an icon on the screen of your phone. If you refuse this message and tap the X, the app or the website, if you come back to it, will somewhat randomly offer you this message as you use the app. There is another, if you accidentally tap the X here, there is another way to install it, which I'll show you. But for now, I'm going to tap on the Add My PJV Bible to Home screen, and you get this message. And I'm going to tap Install. If you tap Cancel here, you won't see this message again for a time. You'll have to use the app for a while before it will offer it to you again. That's built into the browser. So I tapped Install, and I'm going to select Add Automatically. Okay, so we still got the browser version. You can tell this is the browser because of the address bar at the top. So now, let me just go to my home screen, and you'll see here in the icons in the middle here, myPJV Bible. If I tap that, it opens with a splash screen, and there it is running as an app on the phone. You see there's no address bar at the top. It doesn't look like a browser. Now the browser version is still open. I want to demonstrate one more thing with it. If you accidentally hit the X to the first message, or you select Cancel to the second screen that comes up, you won't see that message for a little while. But the three-dot menu here, or the equivalent on whatever browser you're using, if I tap that, you get various options up, and you'll see here Install App. And if you tap that, you'll go through the same installation procedure that you just saw. I will say that the browser is not intelligent and does not know if you've already installed the app. I'm going to go ahead and do it again, see what happens. And I'm going to install it. I'm going to add it automatically, and now let's have a look at my screen. And you actually see I've now got two versions. That's not really a problem, but it's also not necessary. So that's just to be aware that the browser will allow multiple installations of the app. So I'll get rid of one of those right now. Okay. So over on the iPhone, it's slightly different. It's installed or downloaded the website. Now at the bottom we have this share button, a little square with an arrow pointing up. Tap that, and then just scroll up a little until you see this Add to Home Screen option. Tap that, and this will come up. And you want to make sure on an iPhone that you're seeing this icon. I have noticed that immediately after downloading the website, sometimes that icon takes a little while before it's available. So just make sure you see that blue icon with the open Bible image on it. Once you have that, tap Add, and now you see on the screen of the iPhone the icon. Now one thing I recommend, especially on the iPhone, is don't run Safari along with the app as an app. I've just found that sometimes the two cause problems with each other. And one thing I didn't mention, that on an iPhone, while you can use any browser to access the website, you are only allowed to install the app from Safari. So you have to use Safari to install it onto the screen as you see here. And tap the icon. Now here's another difference with the iPhone. The app version has to download the website again. It appears that on the Android device the downloaded files are shared to the app version, the installed version. On an iPhone, the app has to download its own copy of the file. So you have to go through this delay again, and eventually you get it. So now when you tap it, it just comes up like a normal app, and we're ready to use it. So that's installation of the app on your desktop computer or a cell phone. Not a complicated process, and it allows you to use the app without an internet connection. I can't demonstrate that here because the wireless connection is needed for the screen sharing, but I have used this app during meetings in airplane mode and it works perfectly. So that's all for this video.